Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude at BeyondMystic, and welcome to this very important episode of the Divine Feminine Oracles show. With me tonight, of course, is the amazing Julie and Sophie. You can find both of them at Maison Jupiter here on the web at maisonjupiter.com and also here on YouTube at Maison Jupiter. Julie, Sophie, welcome back to the show. How are you guys?
Hey,
Hi.
hi everybody. Hi JC, hi Sophie.
Hi,
Good to see
everyone.
you back. Folks, thank you so much for joining us here tonight on this live interactive show. I see a bunch of you in the live chat now. Thank you so much for being here. We have a very special show. We just recorded earlier today, Julie, Janine, and myself, the Astro Woo Finance for the month of October. So we'll be touching a little bit upon those themes as well in terms of the astrology coming up for you guys in October. And before we start, though, I want to say a big welcome back to the amazing Sophie, who looks all refreshed, energized from her vacation. How was your vacation, Sophie?
My planning was to rest. Life has other plans. Yeah. So on day one, I found a kitten in a dumpster. So on day one of resting and doing nothing, I had to save a kitten. I was like on the floor outside, looking under the dumpster for the kitten. Everything is okay. The kitten has a new home. Everything is fine. But that was my resting week. And I'm moving. So I'm doing boxes.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, tarot reader by day, kitten saver by night. And now you're also moving. So, yes, you have a very, very busy schedule. Alicia says, Jenny Alicia says, hey, we've missed you last week. Sophie, thank you for coming back. Alexandra, good evening. Jacques, Julie, Sophie, and Mystic Family and beyond. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And, well, wait a second here. What am I doing? Wait. I want to go back to Sophie for a second here. So, when did you just restart your readings? Because I know you were on vacation. Have you already done readings this week and a few last week before you did? Okay.
Yeah,
So I wanted to ask you,
absolutely.
what are the themes and energies coming so far? Because last week we missed you on the show and we were trying to guess to what the current energies were for the audience members. It's kind of cool to have a live snapshot. So let the audience know here what the themes seem to be right now with your clientele.
So it's a bit of the same energy from the last show that was there. So 2 weeks ago, we still have some root chakra that is really, really needed some strength and needed some attention. Root chakra right now, give it some love, please, because everyone, we need that. That's why I also have my hair that is coming back in red, root chakra. And I'm going to give you tips in the show to give you some power in your root chakra, that's for sure. The other theme is anger. So this is something that I don't see often. And from every consultation that I have been doing, it's anger, anger, anger. So it came with differences. Sometimes it comes into past life resentment that we still hold in the body, and that came into physical illness. So this is one thing, but we still have a lot of anger here in this life, and we still have this theme of anger really present every reading. And I see that in consultation, but just in my private life, I have a shooting around the neighborhood right now, almost every night. This is new. And I also have many people really, really starting to snap easily, losing patience. So this theme is not only in consultation, it seems to be all around. So I see it a big, big theme for everyone.
Wow. Well, I've experienced a little bit of that in the email queue. Like we have normal tech support emails. There's always issues, like it's normal. And on top of that, we have the retrograde. There's a few people that are kind of rude, and I'm just kind of responding nicely. Here's what you're looking for, blah blah blah. And then a day later, they would come back. Oh my God, did I write you that email, JC? I'm so sorry. That was so mean. It's not like me at all. So we're all feeling these weird energies for sure. That there's something up with that. Before I get the Julie on the line, I just wanted to mention this to the audience members also. Just 2 weeks ago, the theme that you had mentioned was moving to higher grounds. You kept hearing that, and everybody's like, "Where is that coming from? That can't be." And look at the narrative here today: 2.5 million Floridians ordered to evacuate ahead of a major hurricane, and quote unquote, evacuate to higher ground. So it's like, wow,
Wow.
okay. So that theme was very, very important. Of course, a lot with 2.5 million of people now thinking those exact words, of course, it would create a ripple effect into the global consciousness. Julie, on top of these energies, again, we just did the Astro Woo today. How do you want to set up the show for tonight? We have a few of the astrologies we're going to talk about specifically here. The planets going direct. The first one here, Mercury. There's a couple of other things happening. How do you want to situate the energies here for the audience members this evening?
Well, I just wanted, first of all, to comment on what Sophie was talking about the energies that she's dealing with in consultations. And it makes total sense to me because she was talking about the root chakra needing to be more, let's say, grounded. We need to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Rooted. Yeah, rooted into the earth, because the root chakra deals with safety. So, and we know what's about to happen. What are the introduction energies of the financial crisis, right? And the root chakra deals with your safety, your financial safety also. So I feel like a lot of people are psychic in this community, so they can feel that something big is about to happen, and they feel this need to root themselves. But the root chakra is probably fearful because they know that a lot of changes are about to uproot them. So I feel like we have a need to even more ground ourselves and work on our root chakra. So that may be one cause. And the other thing that she said about she's seeing a lot of anger. Well, right now, Mercury is still retrograde. It's going to be direct as of October 2nd. We're going to talk about that in just a bit. But meanwhile, today, as I'm looking at the chart for today, there's a T-square, and the apex of that T-square is Mars. So Mars is the planet of anger. So, and because we're dealing about a lot of preparation, this like nervous type of energy right before, something big happens, we're all a bit like nervous, and we all know that something big is about to happen. So it feels like this energy sometimes can get channeled as anger or aggressive type of energy with that Mars.
Okay.
So, and because Mars is in Gemini, it's like fearful thoughts also. So we can get stuck in fearful type of loops in our thought processes. So this grounding is even more important than ever, to stop overthinking and being fearful about what we hear. This is Mars and Gemini. So yeah, there's a lot of energies, right? Sorry, Sophie?
Mars is in Gemini?
Yeah.
And Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is in retrograde. Could that add to a layer more?
Yeah, definitely. You're right. And also Mercury retrograde is part of this T-square. So there's Mars and Venus, Mercury retrograde and Venus, that's opposing Neptune, and the apex of the T-square in Mars and Gemini. So yes, you're totally right. Mercury retrograde is playing a role in this tension, mental stress.
Wow. And Cobalt Silver says, JC, you just called Julie Janine. Maybe because Janine is texting me at the same time as we're doing the show. And so my head is all over the place. And of course, I was trying to go live on Rumble tonight as we're doing this YouTube show. And as the previous commentator said, yeah, Rumble is down. That's interesting again. So yes, there's the whole Mercury retrograde thing, but there's also the Saturn-Uranus square where the energies behind the censorship are starting up to ramp up just again now. And of course, we're going to get into that here tonight too. Russell Brand, favorite truther, newscaster, ex-comedian, actor, turned YouTuber, is having some issues right now also with YouTube. And Julie, Sophie and I had questioned before how he could still be on YouTube with the things that he's saying. So we're curious as to why now perhaps there's a change in his move to Rumble. But that now too, yes, there is a problem. I was supposed to be broadcasting on Rumble tonight, but right now it's down. So the issues of censorship are not done by any means. We're going to have to try to navigate this as best we can all together. So, Julie, thank you for that introduction. Do we want to get into the Russell Brand right now? Because it does kind of tie into these planets and the energies that we're going to be feeling, specifically here the forces of decentralization versus
Yeah,
centralized control
definitely.
here that we're feeling. Set that up for the audience members. How did you hear about this earlier today?
Well, I was just looking on my YouTube account for new videos, and I saw that some of his videos were taken down by YouTube. So I found that very weird because, like all of us YouTubers have been very much conscious on the words we use, on not using, the illness type of vocabulary into our titles, into the things we say in our videos, but he has not censored himself for years, as long as I remember. So I was always wondering, like, whose side is he on, really? And I know Janine has picked a couple cards for him in the past, as I think he was turned and then worked for the Alliance. But I, like, in my mind, I was like, oh, it's a matter of time before they censor him, also because I think he's at 6.3 million subscribers or something like that. So that's a fair amount of people that he helped awaken, for sure. So yeah, the day has come today. So he said that I think 2 or 3 of his videos were taken down, and he announced that he was going to be on Rumble Everyday Live. So this is a big announcement. I think it's big for Rumble also. For me, it's signaling that a lot of truthers are going to move to Rumble also. And
if it works.
If it works.
If it works. I mean,
I'm
trying desperately here. Okay, Rumble seems to be back on now, although there's, I'm not sure. Sorry, that page is missing. Yeah. No, I'm still having trouble loading Rumble for now.
And can I add to that?
Yeah.
I watched recently an old video of Janine she did with Guy. She was channeling Nostradamus. And he was saying to us that in 4 years' time from this video, the issue of censorship was so important that we really had to fight for free content, free of censorship, and we had to move to other social media platforms as quickly as we could to avoid the important information that we had to share from being censored. So he really stressed the importance of the work that we're doing and the importance of true information being shared. So yeah,
this is the video in question, guys. Let me just bring the link down in the live chat. Go check it out, because we're going to be spending a bit more time here decoding some of the Nostradamus prophecies, including later this week. Let me see if I can bring this back up here. So on Thursday, so that's tomorrow? No, Thursday, in 2 days from now at 3 p.m. Eastern, Julie and I are going to interview Jay Widener. So the title here is Nostradamus, the Vortex of Time. So we're going to talk about the censorship and the vortex energies that we're just going to say for this show here, the bad people are using right now and might not understand, as well as how that could be affecting some of our timelines. So stay tuned for that. Sophie, I'd like to ask you, though, on the Russell Brand thing, can we pull some cards here and see? Because you also asked why now. That was your first reaction. Is it because the change of monarchy? Of course, he's very popular in that neck of the woods. He's popular around the world. But that 6 million followers, as Julie was saying here, 5.98 million followers, could impact maybe very negatively the continuation of the monarchy here as we're going through this transition. Is that why perhaps they're trying to finally censor him, because they think he could be problematic to, again, the continuation here of the monarchy? Let's pull some cards on that and see.
I have the card of divine timing to start, so I'm very curious which tarot card will go with that, because it's really a timing that if we only look at mainstream media, we don't understand, because the pressure is coming off on the mainstream, I repeat, and the pressure is coming off slowly but surely. And he had a hall pass basically all of those years since that event happened. So let's check. Okay. Yeah, I do have divine timing. I have the devil with that. I have the temperance, another major arcana, and a third major arcana, the judgment. So basically, with those cards, it's about the fact that something is going to hit the fan badly with the devil, and they don't want somebody to be helping with a transition, or here with the temperance, we don't want somebody that will challenge the authority, challenge the what is said basically, and he has a huge influence. Like you said, the number of people he can reach and the things he has said, he has built a reputation, he has built a real character with that. So they know that it's really somebody that can take that narrative down. Unfortunately, if I see those two together, divine timing and the devil, there's so much more that is going to come. This is not going to be easy. So I think that mainstream media are really creating some kind of rest before everything turns sour.
Okay. Well, I was hearing that too as of late. Quite a few people were pulling cards, and a few psychics also through Joe and one of his mediums was saying that, yeah, there's going to be another purge here very soon, perhaps before these big events are slated to really take hold. And it appears that we're here now. If you guys go and watch the Astro Wu Finance we just recorded today, you'll understand perhaps why there. The big theme there is big changes and letting go of the old. The death card was there for a lot of our astrological signs. Absolutely amazing. We feel the episode was so important. Also, let me bring this poster up here too. We're putting it at 50% off here for the next couple of days to try to entice you, if you haven't seen these shows before, to go check it out. I think there's a lot of energy there in terms of maybe helping you move away from the fear frequency, because there's going to be a lot of fear associated with the changes here that are just around the corner. And I hope that this episode will help you navigate some of these energies a little bit more. So AWF, Astro Finance, AWF 50 is the coupon code here to get 50% off on that episode. It's posted now. It's available, of course, to the Insider Access Pass members and also there on pay-per-view. Julie, before we move on to the planets going to direct here for tonight's show and the themes for tonight, anything specific from the Astro Finance you would also like to give, maybe as advice or maybe as a hint to why it's important for them to pay attention to this specific episode?
I think it was a huge episode because obviously we're starting eclipse season in October. So the influence of the eclipses is all through the month of October. And what really struck me is that Jenny kept pulling the same cards for almost every sign. And it was so in sync with the astrology. She pulled a lot of times she pulled the death cards as being a big transformation in our personal lives. And also she had a lot of aces, which is beginning a new cycle. So I think this translates so well with the astrology because this eclipse is conjunct the South Node, which is all about letting go of the old, purging the past, purging what's been dysfunctional and not aligned with our future. And at the same time, it's a new moon eclipse. So meaning we're opening up a new chapter. So as we're trying to open up this new chapter, we're also being asked to let go of the past, of something. So there's like two energies combined, and eclipses mean quick changes and big changes also. So I feel like this sums up pretty well what we're being guided to do with the month of October. So a part of letting go amidst of this transformation, but also opening up very inspiring new chapters.
Wow. Okay. Good evening, Eric Klein from Florida. We hope you're going to be safe with the trajectory of Hurricane Ian. Keep us posted if there's anything new there developing during our live show. We'll be happy to share that with the audience as well, making sure everybody's safe and sound there. Okay, so we have quite a few winners to announce. Of course, Carla is going to be sending out these emails here. Probably already has here tonight, or at the very least this evening or tomorrow morning. So please do check your spam mail. If you hear your name now, you are the winner of either a pyramid or one of the candles that we gave away last week. Now, we gave these away on 3 shows last week, and one of them was the Divine Oracle show. The other one was the Wacky Woo show on Thursday, and also on the Penny Kelly Breaking a Cloud show on Friday. So let me start with the Tuesday Divine Feminine Oracle show. Sherry Sands is the winner of the pyramid, and Sharon Tara of the candle. So that's for the Tuesday night episode. Congratulations to you both. And then for the Thursday Wacky Woo show, the pyramid went to Paola Mirabal. Congratulations. And the candle went to Kara Kellaway. So that's for the Thursday night show. Again, big congratulations to both of you. And for the Friday show with Penny Kelly, go check out that episode if you haven't already seen it. A lot there as well in terms of putting the astrology together. Julie and Penny Kelly did a really good job really bridging that information together. So that's the poster you're looking for here. That was really good. So for that show, the pyramid winner was Deborah Williams. And for the candle, Luc Daou. Sounds like a really French name. So Luc and Deborah, congratulations also for that Friday. So again, just go check your mail, and hopefully you'll get an email there from either Julie for the candles or from Carla for the pyramids. Speaking of pyramids, we are giving away a pyramid this evening again to the PayPal tip jar. Again, a big thank you to all of you supporting the free speech of this show, even though we're demonetized here, and who knows what the future has in store for us. A big thank you to all of you guys supporting the show. Let's see what Carla has to say about this beautiful pyramid up for grabs this evening in the PayPal tip jar.
Hi everyone, this is Carla from Ascension Organites, and today I have Andrea for you. So Andrea was made with the intention of helping develop psychic abilities, anything that has to do with mind, soul, connection, communication with higher self, connection to higher self, and...
Can you see the pyramid on your end? No, huh?
No.
You're getting a blank screen. Why is that? Okay, I can hear what Carla is saying, but the pyramid is not coming up either. Weird retrograde stuff.
Indeed.
So let me see if I can just log into her website and see if I can get the actual Ascension Organite. Let me see. I'll do that live with you guys here. And what was that pyramid name? Andrea? Can we search in for Andrea here? Andrea.
So while you do that, while you search, let me just give the trick for the root chakra then.
Okay, let's do that. Go ahead.
Good. So really easy. If you want to have a reminder, daily reminder for root chakra, you have to wear nail polish for female, and you have to wear red socks for men. So the trick is to do it on your feet, because the feet are really the root chakra. So looking at your feet with the red there is going to remind you, oh yes, I need to really focus on straining that. I need to really imagine those big red roots starting at the feet, going to the center of the world. So this is an easy trick. You can apply that with many other chakra too, but this is what is really needed right now.
Okay, very good. I kind of have some red streaks on my socks right now, actually. So that's kind of curious. I have to look. I'm like, yes, I'm wearing those today. Isn't that funny? Okay, so I found the pyramid. Andrea here at Ascension Organites. This is the one for tonight. Really, really beautiful pyramid. I'm not sure why that YouTube video is not working. For some reason, it could be just on our side of things here, but there seems to be a lot happening in the internet world, including Rumble being down. And yes, I'm seeing your comments on that. Everybody's trying to log into Rumble and can't for some reason right now. So this is the pyramid again for this evening for the PayPal tip jar. I'll be taking questions from you guys here in a little bit. So let me bring that link back up on the live stream for the questions also. And if you guys are looking at getting one of these, of course, in your personal possession, you can do so at ascensionorganites.com. And there, if you use the coupon code BeyondMystic, you'll get an extra 10% off. Hold on. There you go. You guys can see that there. You can take a snapshot. There you go. Okay.
We're also going to give a candle, right, JC?
Yes, we are. Why, thank you, Julie. Okay, just making sure. Yes, let me go to MaisonJupiter.com here and choose the candle collection. So what theme are we using or thinking of using for tonight?
Well, since it's Andrea, right? The name of the pyramid? Okay. So since Andrea featured crystals to connect to the crown chakra, we're going to use, I think it's the first one, JC. It's the intuition, intuition candle, which is filled with amethyst. So it's a really powerful crystal to connect to your intuition, either third eye, but also crown chakra. So really be in tune with your own personal guidance, and all the crystals that Elena put into the handmade candles are charged on full moons to make sure that they are full of good intention, good energies to activate that chakra. And I believe the fragrance is lavender, if I'm not mistaken. Yes,
Yeah.
lavender. It's a
Very
very
nice.
popular candle. I actually love it.
Very good. And these are not normal candles, I assure you of that. And of course, there's the wooden wick, so it's like that crackling wick. I actually love it. Of course, all the smells of these candles are absolutely amazing. And just to make sure, also, I didn't mess that up. Of course, the video wasn't working here, but that candle from Elena from Ascension Organites, she says, is for protection and psychic abilities. Thank you so much, Carla, for mentioning that. Creativity and connection to higher self. So again, matching the theme also with the candle there, and those crystals that are infused. So thank you so much, both of you, Carla and Julie, for those donations for tonight's show. And Lakeside Laura says, intuition candle smells heavenly. Mine is almost gone. Time to get another one, Laura. Maybe you'll be the lucky one tonight that they PayPal tip jar. Okay, Julie, Astro, where do you want to start?
Well, let's start with Mercury going direct, because all of this, those bugs that we're experiencing right now are about to end. So a little more patience, everybody. I know it's been hard. So October 2nd, Mercury is going to move direct again, but just be wary that October 2nd, on the day where Mercury turns retrograde and the day it turns direct, usually are two of the worst retrograde days that you can expect some like weird acting up with technology. It's minor bugs usually, but it's annoyances. Yes. So on October 2nd, Mercury is moving direct again. And first of all, it's going to move direct into the sign of Virgo. So if you feel like you've experienced some hardships and challenges around your work, your day-to-day life, the sign of Virgo is very practical. So it has to do with everyday things that you're dealing with. Also, it could be communications around business, trades, projects. You'll feel that it starts moving forward again. So it's very positive. I'm sure you'll be very relieved. Also, it's going to be a very good moment to push through with work projects, health routines, and getting your day-to-day environment organized, which is all Virgo. And if you've been waiting for responses, let's say responses on projects, you've been experiencing delays in the past 3 weeks, then you'll see that things are going to start moving forward again. And it's going to feel a lot more positive if you've been waiting on those answers. Also, if you've been guided to fix some bugs around Mercury retrograde, so let's say it was in your third house relates to vehicles, so maybe you got little minor car problems. So if you worked on fixing those, then when Mercury turns direct, then you're able to see the results of what you worked on, and sometimes even rewards. So rewards are benefits in what was reviewed during the retrograde. So that's very positive. And then as of October 10th, Mercury direct will move back into the sign of Libra. So between the 10th and the 16th, we call that the post-shadow Mercury phase, because Mercury goes back to the same degrees it was when it was direct. So we're reviewing those degrees, if you want. So I feel like it's going to be this decision time in a big time, because Libra is all about making decisions. Yeah, so it's like a crossroad type of situation. And since we had the chance to review some details, review some agreements on conversations, and then we're moving back into it, then it's decision time, and we're going to see results as it pertains to those Libra degrees. So decision time. And in the collective, I feel, Libra has to do with the world axis. So it's a very public axis. So whenever we got transits on the world axis, it means that things are moving forward, agreements between countries, treaties, laws, it's going to move forward again. So for better or worse. So we'll see how it unfolds.
Okay, very good. Let's ask Sophie also to pull some cards here and see how the energy of this Mercury going direct will be affecting our audience members.
Yes.
Somebody said, my lawnmower broke last week, and this week my air conditioning. I mean, yeah, I know. It's like a weird, weird time with these retrogrades, for sure.
Yeah. But I feel like it's always stuff that, to begin with, it has to be fixed, but it all comes up during this retrograde phase. So sometimes it's annoying because it's all at the same time, but it's like things that you'll be happy to fix when we get into eclipse season, right?
So right now we are in the energy of the 10 of Wands. A lot of pressure, a lot to do. We were in the Virgo season, so of course we have a ton to do. We have a lot of things that we push back and that we had to really start doing for real. And this energy right now is not easy. A lot of people, especially if you have gift, lots of people are telling me that they feel the pressure of the big cities right now. They feel the pressure of getting out if they haven't moved already. So this is also the pressure of everyone around you that is very heavy energy. So in your life, yes, and around you, in your surrounding, this is also this energy. Now going more towards the 2nd of October, the Mercury direct, it's in between, so it can be up and down, going back and forth with this energy of really intense heaviness and this start of a new beginning in little more peace, little more forgiveness. Also, we go back on decision. Like you said, conflict can be resolved after Mercury goes direct. It can be also if you are in a lawsuit, if you are in some kind of dealing with family, with kids. This is the card of the kids. So there can be also things with kids happening in a good way, that we find a result, that we find a solution. There's a lot of energy, but it's sweeter. It's really sweeter. It's just that expect that it's going to be back and forth for a while.
Yeah, totally.
Wow.
And I forgot to mention Libra. Mercury being retrograde in Libra could mean that you had also conversations with partners and other people in general. So it could be like a good result by facing uncomfortable situation and conversations. Then you're getting rewards for having those conversations. And yeah, tough situation handled during the retrograde.
Okay.
My mind works in a retrograde way today. Searching for my words.
Me too. I mean, I'm a little bit discombobulated. There's a lot of things happening at the same time, and it kind of messed me up that I couldn't live stream to Rumble here just as we were starting the show. I was wondering if it was a problem here on the machine or if it was something else. Virginia says, okay, she can access it now. I think it could be a problem of distributed servers, so maybe some of you can and some of you cannot. Let me get back on there as well and see what's going on. That.
And Sophie, you got the 10 of Wands, the first card you pulled, and it's funny because Janine got that card very often in the Astro Woo too, for a lot of signs. So the end of a cycle, being very overwhelmed with all the responsibilities, the work that we've put into the preparation also. So yeah.
Yeah, it feels like the end of a marathon. You know, you have been really pushing a long time. We are at the end. It's really there, but you have to accept the chaos right now. It's going to be messy for a few days. It's going to be because you're exhausted, but there's things to do, and there will be breakthroughs. You just have to push further.
Wow.
You're right.
Very good advice. Let me bring up this question here. Did it all come through? Log. Yes. Okay. Noreen, this is from the PayPal tip jar. And she says, I've been told I'm a starseed, trying to figure out my mission, but all I do is sleep. Okay. You might still be downloading a lot of that in your sleep. I'm just being a lump or a log. Okay. Good question there. Noreen. Let's start with Sophie. Do you want to pull some cards to see perhaps what Noreen? We don't have her astrology here, so maybe Julie, if you want to also chime in, we can do some Oracle cards from your end of things. But Sophie, what do you think is going on here with Noreen and her life mission?
Yeah. Oh, good. Mercury retrograde. I don't see you guys. Okay, you're
Of
back.
course. There's a lot of glitches tonight between the pyramids not showing up. Like, it's absolutely weird to do a show. Somebody says get a BitChute. I have a BitChute. BitChute is hard to live stream to, though. Rumble would be my best second guess if this doesn't work. But anyways, I'll keep you posted on all that. A big thank you to all of you watching the show here tonight. All right. Sophie, qu'est-ce qu'on a pour Noreen?
Oh, in French now?
Oh, okay. Sorry, did I say that in French?
Yeah. You did.
I'm supposed to sing an Elvis song too at some point, and it's making me very nervous. Okay.
Yeah, we just reminded JC before the live. He's warming up.
Okay, I'm warming up.
So for the answer, I do have the card of Elvis saying one night. So it's about the night, of course. You said when you're sleeping. So I do have that you're fighting when you're in your sleep. I think that you're fighting and you're helping off-world. The reason why I'm saying that is because I have this card. This card is for me that you're right on the money. You hit the bullseye with that. So your assumption on what you think you're doing at night, it's exactly true. And I do have the world underneath. So you're helping the world, you're helping off-world, but you're fighting. So I would be exhausted too if I were you. Unfortunately, it is in your soul lesson. So this is not something that you can really change right now. You have a soul contract to do it. But I would try to go with healers to really try to figure things out. How can you have a better sleep and continue on your mission?
Okay, Noreen, that makes sense. So the download part and the sleeping is good. Okay. Julie, what would you like to add for Noreen?
Well, first of all, I understand you, Noreen, because I have the same issue. I tend to sleep a lot, and I've been told by Janine that I am also working at night, so I feel you. And the card I've got for you was cracked open. So for me, what it means in regards to your situation is that they're getting you ready for other type of missions during your sleep. As Sophie said, you're fighting during your sleep, but I feel like this is a preparation phase to even more work while you're sleeping. So I feel like it's totally normal that you're sleeping that much because you're being activated during your sleep.
Wow. Okay. I hope, Noreen, that helps. Big thank you to all of you. Also, there's a couple of you with tips in there with no questions. One of them is Myriam. Love you, JC, Julie, and Sophie. Merci beaucoup, Myriam. Myriam Wallace, I believe. And Eric Klein. Thank you. You three are great. Great show, you three. Thank you so much, Eric. Appreciate that. Before I go into the next astrology, I just saw something pass by here. I hope I started. Yes, Libby. Libby, a long-time follower here at BeyondMystic. One of my first subscribers, actually. Been around and helping and supporting me and encouraged me all along the way, especially when I fell off my horses a couple of times with all of the censorship. So big thank you to you, Libby. So birthday tomorrow, 63 years old. So Julie, while you turn the chart on your astrological wheel, let's ask Sophie first to pull a few cards here and see what's in store for the amazing Libby on the show.
Okay, I love it. It's a year where you're going to find your tribe if you haven't. I have the tribe, and this is something that the universe is going to push forward in your life to take care of you. This is the nurturing queen. This is taking care of yourself first. And by knowing who is your tribe, by being with them, is going to be easier to really nurture your soul and to have good energy surrounding you, taking care of yourself, having also more knowledge and learning with good people around you. This is also going to be shaking a bit in your relationship, because there's some that that are not really aligned with you anymore. But you're going to get the tribe first. You're going to have the new tribe before you have to let go to some of the old. I do also have tons of love this year. So this is a very, very good year for you. I love it. And I would not be surprised if you are single that there is somebody waiting for you this year. If you are with someone right now, this someone is going to be more adventurous in traveling, trying new routines, trying to get out more, talking to you more. There's reconnection. I love it.
Wow, fascinating. Okay, Judy, what do you have for Libby? And thank you everyone for sharing the birthday wishes to Libby in the live chat. You guys are amazing. Keep going, Julie.
Well, first of all, happy birthday, Libby. I hope you have a great one tomorrow. And well, first of all, I looked at the chart for tomorrow for you, for your birthday, and there's a couple things, really great alignments. One thing that really catch my attention is that the moon is going to be conjunct tomorrow, the South Node in Scorpio. So I feel like it's going to be an activation year for even more for your psychic gifts to get even more activated this year. And I feel like you're going to develop your intuition even more because it's in Scorpio. And the South Node represents your past lives. So you've probably been a healer in past lives, and you're going to uncover those gifts even more. You're going to feel very empathic with other people. You're going to be able to sense their feelings even more. So I feel like it's going to be a very interesting and important year for your enlightenment and your awakening process.
Wow. Congratulations and happy birthday, Libby. And again, a big thank you for supporting me and all of my amazing guests and family here on Beyond Mystic. Thank you, Libby. Appreciate it. Julie, let's go back to some of our astrology. More planets also going direct here. What's next? Where do you want to go from here?
Well, during the month.
Oh,
Sorry?
Go ahead.
What were you going to say? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I was going to say that during the month of October, we touched on it on the Astro Woo, but there's 3 planets that are going to turn direct in the same month, and 1 planet that's about to turn retrograde, which is Mars, at the very end of October, but it's now stationing to go retrograde. So a lot of change of direction that's to be expected, and 3 planets moving direct, making things move faster. So again, for better or worse, but I feel like personally speaking, it could be very positive with, we lost Sophie. Okay, she's back. Hey.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. And so I feel like a lot of things are going to move forward. It's not going to be as hard to get things done. If you've got projects that you're working on, it's going to feel like it's moving forward again. And the second planet to turn direct is Pluto. So there's going to be even more healing energy and transformational energy available. And then on October 23rd, Saturn is going to turn direct. So Saturn is the planet of hard work, karma, discipline, responsibilities. So if you feel like you had a lot of responsibilities recently, a lot of things to work on, it was very karmic probably, then once Saturn moves direct again as of October 23rd and even more into November, you'll feel that a burden's been taken out of your back. It's going to feel lighter to move into what's to come. So it gives me a lot of hope personally, because I've been dealing with a lot of responsibilities, a lot of work. And Saturn is a planet of karma. So you're reaping the rewards of what you've been working on during the retrograde. So sometimes you have to work twice as hard to get the results that you're going for. Mm-hmm. But once it turns direct, you're reaping the rewards.
Did you say Pluto is direct?
Sorry?
Did you say that Pluto is going direct?
Yeah, Pluto is going direct on the 8th.
So Pluto is the card of the death in the tarot deck. And you said that Janine was pulling that card really often, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So big change is going to happen.
Yeah, but I feel like you're right. It's also influenced by Pluto, but a lot because of the eclipse conjuncting the South Node, which is also this kind of Pluto energy. So yeah.
But I feel like this energy is like, because it was in retrograde, we were looking at what didn't work. And because it goes direct, finally we can really know what we need to change and when and how. So I feel that this is really, we have been stuck in something that doesn't work. And now when it goes direct, we act on it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. That fits with a lot of things in my life also. Tammy says, JC, don't worry, I'll be your backup singer. Nope. Like I said, Laura, look up. What's up? Laura, what am I missing? Is that a comet you're pointing to?
The moon?
Oh, maybe the moon. Yes, I'm looking up at the moon. You're right. Okay. As long as I don't start barking, we're in good hands. Okay. Julie, yes, you mentioned some of these planets. These are the ones we were looking at specifically here in this last Astro Woo from tonight. Mercury turning direct, Saturn turning direct here, the new moon eclipse in Scorpio, of course, and that's October 25th, and also Mars going direct also after this. Which slide do you want to bring up next, Julie?
I just saw a question from Ellie. Do Julia or Sophie have cats? Sophie has a cat. Do you want to answer?
Absolutely. I also have my cat tattoo on my ribs, so that's an absolutely yes.
You have a cat tattoo on your ribs?
Yeah, I do.
Wow, cool. I love it. Oh my God. Yes. So tarot reader by day, cat saver at night, and tattoo artist somewhere in between. Okay. Saving the cats and the world one day at a time. I love it. Thank you. Okay. Judy, next in terms of the alignments, where do you want to go?
Well, maybe we could pull some card on the Pluto going direct. How do you think it's going
to how that's going to translate for the audience? Yeah. The healing aspect, I was reminded today too, we all have to heal wounds with respect to our relationship with money, with the financial system. And so we've all been passed through the ringer. We've all been raped and pillaged, as Janine was saying in the show the other night. And we have to heal those wounds in order to step into this new energy of abundance, and so that we are in a place to create these economic realities that are for the highest good of humans, as opposed to the scarcity mindset that was programmed on us. So let's talk about that Pluto, those energies, the healing, and how that can translate for the audience. Sophie.
Yep. Oh, it's going to be extremely different from people to people. I have free will and I have day and night. So let me just check with the tarot cards what it means. This is really different if you're fighting this, or if you really let it go in your life and just act against the current or with the current. This is going to act differently in your life. Okay, yes, absolutely. So you're going to be really guided. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you have to follow where it leads you. Some things are not meant to stay, and this is not just in your personal life. This is all around the world. If you resist, if you stay in the stress and trying to keep it, you're not going to be going in the next phase, and you're not going to have the peace of mind. So it's going to be a work in progress for many, many people. It's going to be something that many of you will not struggle, because you are prepared, you know what is happening. But I feel that there is going to be big change, and we need to just let go. Big eclipses.
Okay. Julie, what do you want to add to that?
I had something in mind, then I just lost my train of thought.
Did you really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, got it. Sorry.
Do you have it?
Because you said something interesting, and I wanted to comment on that. You said that Scorpio relates to our capacity to be able to open to abundance, right? Is that what you were saying, or something like that? Okay.
Me or Sophie?
Yeah, JC.
Oh, I said Pluto, not Scorpio.
Oh, Pluto. Well,
the healing, Scorpio. So the healing aspect of that, healing from the trauma of the extraction energy matrix and the financial system, and getting into this abundance mindset, but first having to heal from those energies. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sorry. So you said Pluto? Pluto.
Pluto.
Okay. Well, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. So it's kind of the same energy. And we're having this first eclipse on October 25th in the sign of Scorpio. And we're having this south node there, this letting go energy. So it has to do with it. I feel like exactly what you said, JC, is something that is preventing us from receiving abundance, because Scorpio relates to receiving money, but also energy. It could be intimacy. Scorpio energy has a lot to do with healing trust issues in order for us to have true intimacy with other people, true connection. So this is Scorpio too. So money is just another form of energy. So Scorpio has to heal a lot of deep wounds in order for the energy to flow even more. So it translates to receiving money, but it's also all sorts of energy. But since we're moving into this financial crisis, I feel like this is a big theme of what we have to heal. And I feel a lot of healing energy will be available. So that's probably one of the best way to channel this eclipse energy, this healing, this letting go. If you can do like a ritual or something, I feel like it's going to be very positive.
Absolutely. That's what I had too, in the way of working and building what is coming and focusing on that instead of focusing on what you leave behind. Because I feel that this eclipse, this really big change with Pluto going direct, is going to bring back some fear. It's going to bring back some really the pressure and another layer of, okay, we're going back into darkness, if you want. And you're not going to be responding to that the same way that we were in 2020 if you have been preparing. So it's right now, it's going to be your free will that is going to prevent you from going that route again. And you're going to be safe. We have the sun, we have the Six of Swords. This is going to be very peaceful if you work on yourself, your thought process, and building the new.
Wow,
And
very
I
good.
feel like, sorry, I just want to add something to that. I feel, Sophie, you're totally right about, it's like we've been experiencing those loops in which we've been conditioned in the old matrix, that we're always living those same type of lives where we struggle, we're always in survival mode, we always have to fight for our survival needs. But it's like we're getting out of this loop now. So we got to make peace with that and allow us to be even more abundant and see differently. So, yeah.
Speaking of abundance, I Am Crypto was talking about silver. We'll get to that in a second, because Janine said something absolutely interesting the other night on the show, and I got quite a few emails about it, and I also fell off my chair when she pulled those cards, because it's a big departure from what we've been hearing for a couple of months. So clearly there's energies of change, and of course in the Astro Woo today, that seems very apparent. So let me bring that up again. If you're joining us just now, we have the coupon code available here till October 1st, I believe it is, 50% off the Astro Woo Finance. We're trying to encourage you, if you haven't already seen the show concept of adding the astrology with the tarot, looking at forecasting the month ahead for both your sun sign and your rising sign, absolutely fabulous show. So please do go check it out. You can find that at beyondmystic.net. Now, on top of that, a couple of you were having a debate as Julie and Sophie were talking about Pluto. Is it ruled by Mars, or is it
There's two rulers.
Right. So it's one of the only planets with the two rulers here. But what was interesting, Pluto is responsible for Scorpio's need for transformation. That's what I was talking about here. Whereas Mars is more the aggression, irresistibility, the fire, the war sign, and all that. So, yeah, there's a lot there in terms of transformation.
There's a couple signs who has two rulers. One being the traditional, because they discovered Uranus, Neptune, Pluto later on. So before those planets were revealed, they work with the traditional rulers. So a lot of signs have two rulers.
Very good. So this is the link you're looking for, beyondmystic.net. If you haven't tried our uncensored pay-per-view, this is where you can find it. So let me bring that link down. It's showing you now the latest episodes we've just posted. So of course, we've just a couple of minutes here before the show posted the Astro Woo Finance. But this is the episode in question I wanted to look at, September 26th here. We did look at silver. And Janine picked, I don't know if I still have that on the deck. Let's see if I still have it here. this card here, because I asked her, a lot of people were asking, well, what do we do with this banking crisis, with the currency crisis? Do we take our money out of the banks? How much do we take out? So we had all these questions, and we got to the concept of, yes, but at some point too, because of hyperinflation, even if you have it in your possession, you're losing purchasing power every day. So what do? Do you transfer it into perhaps gold and silver? And when I asked that question to Janine here on behalf of one of the Insider Access Pass members during the live show, she pulled this and she says, well, actually, you're out of time. So she said, oh, you might have a week left or maybe two at the offset, but we're out of time. Like this change is upon us now. I'd like to get your read on that, Sophie, to the concept here of we're out of time in terms of getting our preps order ready and maybe moving some of that money into hard currencies, as we are apparently now into the process here of that changeover. And that means a difficult situation for physical precious metals. Andy Sheckman was on the show last week and the week before, and he was saying he had never seen it in his 50 or 60 year of owning Miles Franklin, him and his father before him, where the LBMA and the COMEX were so low of physical silver. Somebody's removing it here at a very, very rapid clip before the news. So somebody's forecasting this big changeover and is emptying the vaults. But I'm curious here, Sophie, pull some cards and see if people still have time here to maybe get some silver. Yeah, Lakeside Laura. Wowza. Yeah, I know. I almost fell off my chair also. Because I always want the silver to go down, because people say, I want silver to go up. I was like, no, I want the price to go down because I want to buy more. But apparently those days are counted from what I understand here. Go ahead, Sophie.
I do have the same. I do have that right now. We feel good about the silver. We feel good, confident about how it is, how we can buy it later. We have the patience. We feel good about waiting. I have the success here with the 6 of Wands. But you know what? It says yes, and we have rush. So we have rush because we do know that we have shadow of a doubt. So when I have shadow of a doubt, it means that we do know that there's something that doesn't match. The price doesn't match what it's really worth. So right now, it's possibly the last moments. I don't know how fast it will go. She said 2 weeks, but I have the rush card. So for me, it would be a month. I would trust Janine also. So I would not wait last second for sure. But I do have that the true value will be known. And the true value right now is still hush-hush, because there is a lot of things that is going on behind the scenes. And we are still on the low, undergoing down in the recession, in the money system. We are still really riding that. And unfortunately, some people are very comfortable to not get the silver right now, even if it's really low right now. It's really a good price. It's going to change.
Well, that's interesting, because last week in our show with Penny Kelly, this one here, again, I recommend you guys go check it out. We did talk about this full moon eclipse, new moon eclipse here on October 25th. And Julie was pointing out here that Mars was conjuncting Silver, the asteroid. And that meant a big announcement in Silver being strong, also the power ruling it here too, and perhaps innovation. So there was Web Data reports that talked about new electrics also was the word. Janine today out of the blue was pulling electricity, new ways of obtaining electricity. And again, I reminded her of this old Web Data report. So see, here we have October 25th, but we're already in the influence of that orb. Of course, it's a month before and maybe as much as 6 months after the eclipse. Julie, anything else you want to add on that? Maybe your personal relationship with silver, what you see right now, your reaction to Janine pulling that card, first of all, on Monday night, but also here today while we recorded the Astro Woo. What are your thoughts?
Well, interestingly enough, before you guys did the live yesterday with Janine, I pulled some cards for myself, asking whether I should buy some more silver or anyways, what should I do? What investment would be the best for me personally? And when I asked the cards if I should buy silver, I got the Tower card. So for me, it's too late already. So when you guys did the show and Janine pulled the 3 of Swords, being, oh, it's almost too late. Maybe there's a couple of days more. I hope for the people that want to buy more, but this is what I got. So I was like, okay, we're here. And yeah, in the astrology, I feel like October 10th to 16 might be the finish line for those kind of orders because of Mercury moving back into Libra direct. So so the finances and the trades will start moving forward, and I feel like it's going to accelerate the crash. So
Wow. Okay. Again, guys, please do go and check out that Astro Finance. There's a lot there. And Janine and I are also recording the Beyond Crypto Woo this Friday. I've pushed it back a day or two. Again, here, there's so much on the slide deck and everything's happening at the same time. I'm trying to pull that all into 1 hour show.
I can't wait to see that show.
Yeah, so that'll be Friday afternoon. We'll be recording that. So stay tuned here. We'll make an announcement. We'll also send out a MailChimp notification to all you guys. Jim Montgomery says, hey, your Beyond Mystic, beautiful silver bars now. Thank you so much. Yes, I have those here in front of me. And it's not too late for those. Andy still does have them in stock. This is the Universal Love Triune logo here as well. That's the last bar we produced with the help of the amazing Julie there from Maison. You can find those here, of course, at beyondmystic.net/silver. There's the special order form for those silver bars. And if you're on the Canadian side of the audience, also, you can click on mfbullion.ca for their specials this week. They have the 5-ounce silver bars here on sale at $5.99 over spot, still in stock. I spoke to the guys earlier today. And of course, the Miles Franklin discounts for the Beyond Mystic audience on the United States side of the audience this week. Still, the 2022 Silver Britannias at $5.25 over spot, and also these brand new Valcambi 10-ounce silver bars at $3.59 over spot. So if you're looking to get a little bit more bulk, that might be a good way to go as well. So beyondmystic.net/silver. Do it while you can. Hopefully it's not too late, as Janine says, and there's still some time there. And it's not just placing the order. We're seeing troops on the streets in Europe. We're seeing that now in Florida, maybe because of the hurricane, maybe because something else is coming up. Again, go watch Astro Finance to see what we're talking about here. So there might be some disruptions, basically, is what we're saying. So even if you make an order now, disruptions could play a role here on when you receive your stuff. So I think maybe that's what also Janine was alluding to in her card. So good everyone there, still trying to obtain some silver here before all this is let loose. We're almost at the hour mark. We're actually at the hour mark. I have maybe 1 or 2 more questions. Sophie, how's your energy? Do you want to do 1 or 2 questions? That's good. Okay. I want to do this one here. This is from the Insider Access Pass. Again, a big thank you to all of you supporting us there. This is Spira Light. She says, why am I crying all the time? The energy is so intense. I know things will be okay, but geez, I know how you feel. And I'm sure a lot of people in the audience right now absolutely know how you feel as well. Let's start with you, Sophie, on that one. Oh, and Rhonda saying, I've been waiting for the Tartaria deep dive investigation. I know. Well, with all these retrogrades, we've pushed back a lot of stuff on the schedule. It's there. We have the slide deck. We're ready to go. Just not sure yet when we're recording it, Rhonda, but we will get around to it. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, it's just one of these weird retrograde things. And we're trying to spend most of our energy doing and responding to what the clients need right now with all these crazy changes. So big thank you again for understanding. Sophie, Spira Light. Why is she crying?
You have been very tough for a long time. So with the Queen of Swords, you have been very tough. You have been very logical. You have been really, productive and everything. Right now it's the time not to be. Right now it's the time that you can let go. If you don't, we have the card of illness. You're purging right now. Don't let it go on the other side, which will create illnesses. If you just purge it, if you let it go, if you welcome it and just let it go through, it will not be harmful. You're purging, you're releasing. You have been so tough. So you have done a good job.
Okay, very good. Julie, do you want to chime in on that, or do you want me to give you another question? You want to chime in on that?
I picked a card. I'll just chime in quickly. So I picked Spirit Guides. So I feel like you're doing a lot of purging because your spirit guides want to be able to connect even more with you. So it has to do with the tears and all that you're purging from the past, probably.
Wow. Okay, very good. The next one for Sophie, Annette. She's saying, hi, beautiful girls, and JC, of course. Can you please ask what direction I should take in life there are a couple of things I want to do, but I cannot do them all, possibly. Thank you, sending so much love. So she's looking for a little bit of guidance here. She seems to have overload of things she needs to do, and she wants to know where she should concentrate her energy. So that's for Annette, Sophie.
Okay, so I do have some cards already that are telling me that you need to take a moment off. So if you don't know where you should go right now, which path you should take right now, it's normal, because there is a moment where you need just a moment of peace. There is no time limit on that. It could be a day, a week, a month, but take the time to really get to feel where you should go next. The reason why I'm saying that, I do have the card of learning, and I do have the card that says compromise, making an effort. Let me just okay, yes, absolutely. We have the card of learning. This is the card of learning with the card of learning. So it's something new. I feel that you're not yet at the point where you know exactly where you're going, because you need to really create something that is yours. And for this, you need to learn some more and add this to what you want to do.
Wow. Okay, very good.
And I pulled a card quickly also.
Okay.
I have the Libra card. So it's funny that Sophie was talking about getting back into balance. And on the card, she's meditating. She's trying to find her center. So I feel like this is very much needed at the moment, because you have to find your balance back in order to move on with the new chapter that Sophie's talking about.
Oh, very good. Okay. Let me see here if I can pick something from the PayPal tip jar one more time. Let's see if I can grab this one here very quickly. I think there's two. See if this one has a question. This one has no question attached to it. Let me try to pick the other one. Hold on. It's running a little bit slow tonight. Everything's wonky. And somebody was telling me also they're looking for the last episode of Janine, and they're getting a video not available. So let me just address that quickly here while I look for the question. So this is Pilates Lady on the Insider Access Pass. She's saying that when she's looking for the episode, this is what she's picking up. Although I do see it on mine. So maybe that's a browser thing, or it could be a distributed server. There seems to be a lot of weird issues with the internet tonight, but the episode you're looking for here is actually there, at least on my screen here. So maybe try again later, but again, weird retrograde stuff. I'm not sure. So keep trying. I hope that helps, Pilates Lady. Okay, Kimberly. So grateful to have caught a live. Just received my astrology chart, and it is 1000% me. And I'm only on page 4. Wow. Okay. I did not plan this. So this is a beautiful comment and a note of encouragement for Julie. Thank you, Janine and Julie and Sophie, for all that you do. Okay. Why don't we, of course, you don't have her astrology chart here. So let's ask Sophie here maybe to pull a few cards on Kimberly, and perhaps how to read that astrology, how to maximize that energy for this specific month. What would you tell Kimberly, Sophie? And while Sophie does that, Julie, let me bring up also the personalized birth chart here. Explain to the audience members what they get here with this personalized birth chart that you produce here on MaisonJupiter.com.
Yeah, so it's basically a poster in the color of your choice, featuring a picture of the sky at the moment you were born, so where the planets were placed, and it's going to be the blueprint for your whole incarnation. So it comes also with a 15 to 20 pages report explaining your planet positions and sign, but also your most important alignments, and how you can locate all those new moon, full moons, eclipses in your chart, and know how they can influence you also.
Very good. And there are also a coupon code BeyondMystic. I will give you 10% off. I believe that one as well. Let me see. There you go. That's the coupon code you're looking for. And of course, the bookings with Sophie as well. Sophie, before you read on Kimberly here, have you already added some of those priority bookings to the queue, or will you be doing that tonight after the show? What does that look like right now?
I had it some. I think they're already taken, so I will add some after the show.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes fast, so I will add some for sure.
Okay, so guys, that's MaisonJupiter.com. Check it out, both for the birth chart, the candles, and also for the bookings with Sophie. And yeah, if you need a little bit of extra consultation here for this month, again, a big month of change for everybody, this might be, of course, helpful for you. So Sophie, back to you here for Kimberly. Energies here for this month and how she should maximize perhaps her astrological alignments to better her position here in this time of change.
Okay, Kimberly, this month, you need to pay attention to how you are towards yourself. I think that you judge yourself very harshly this month, and you seem to be comparing yourself to others. And it's really coming from a place that your standard is high. So I don't know if it's because of Saturn being direct, because Saturn is the harsh father, it's the harsh energy telling us that we have to be hard on ourselves and work really hard, but you don't really need this to that level. So this month we need to again bring balance. This is a theme for tonight. Bring balance to how you value yourself. We have the card appreciated value. So you are in a great space in your life where you should be proud of yourself. But for some reason, we have illusion on top of illusion with the devil. And this is energy fighting inside of you. So there's a need to stop doing that.
Wow, that's great advice. Okay. Julie, did you want to chime in? No? We're good?
No, all good. I was just looking at some comments from the chat, and I see a lot of people commenting on the numbers they see lately. So maybe we'll do an episode on that because I keep seeing 44444. And I just saw, I put a comment on the screen. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people are seeing 333 444. So.
And a lot of people are seeing the 555 also, which is big changes. So yeah, that's definitely in the energy field right now. Laura Tetro, thank you so much also for saying that. Penny Kelly was saying you'll need a little bit of silver to transact here during some of these resets that we're about to live. And she too was in deep meditation last week, communicating with her guides. And go check out the episode here. I hope I don't misquote her, but she said something to the effect that the first night she asked, what should I do to further prepare? And they said, get more silver. So she went the next day, she bought some silver. And then again, the night after, she meditated and what should I do more? And he said, get even more silver. I kid you not. This is what she said also. This was last week. So we're all seeming to be getting a very rushed message, perhaps as Sophie was saying in the cards here, hearing the message from our guides. And yeah, universe is speaking loudly here of all the changes that are coming up. Kim, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. Hey, guys, if you've been watching all this show, and you guys are, and there's still a lot of people in the chat, and you like this episode, please remember to hit the like button. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Weird things are happening with these numbers here on my YouTube channel as of late. And it was funny because Jay Weiner, who will be on this Thursday, he was also telling me something really weird is happening with his numbers on YouTube. So we're wondering what's going on. So if for some reason somebody or an algo has unsubscribed you from the show, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button also. And tell them what you think about this content. And of course, share it with other people if you think it's important and you think it could be helpful for people here as we're going through these crazy changes. Thank you so much, everyone, for supporting us here tonight. Of course, this was the Divine Feminine Oracle Show, Mercury Direct. And you can find Julie here on MaisonJupiter.com, as well as Sophie for her consultations and for their content. Also, you can go to MaisonJupiter.com where you can click subscribe and also watch all of their amazing content. George, Ramel, great show. Thank you so much. I'll leave you on that, guys. I love you so much. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Thanks, everybody.